Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday. And this week, the original is this amazing Yvette Weber composition that uses a large cut file for the title with some interesting texture and mixed media underneath. And some flowers tucked in and so forth. And then a circular photo with some embellishments. We've got trails of circular elements, and you know, of course, that I'm probably going to use some flair. I'm also thinking that I could use an eraser, a pencil eraser, to do some small dots. So I'll pull that out. Anyway, and there's some splatters, and there's some really intriguing kind of shadow stamping. Well, actually, that is not on the layout. That's on the other side where I was testing some things. I'm going to be using a new material today. It's this fabric tape from 49 and Market. And it's repositionable. I tested to see that I could stamp on it. And although that's not part of the design, it doesn't look half bad. It actually looks like it might be kind of cool. So who knows? So I'm going to go with a cut file that says Texas, the Lone Star State. And I got this cut file from the Scrapping Reflections retreat that was in Texas last year. And it came with the little stars. And I think I'm going to put those in the E and the A. And I'm not going to back it in a traditional sense, but I'm going to, and I've got a photo of my sister looking out on the Houston skyline when we visited Houston and went to see the Astros earlier this year in April. Okay, so I'm gonna start this by putting the strip of tape down. And I probably should draw a pencil line where I want to line it up so that I get it straight. Let's see. I'm gonna put it a little bit higher. Okay, so there. And I will try to run my tape just above that, and then I'll erase. I'll use the eraser for what it was intended. Let me get some things off my desk. I have a little tray of stuff I might use. I've got some sequins and some flair, and I've got some stamps that I'm going to use to get some of the texture underneath the cut file. With my cut file, a little more of the texture is going to show because I'm not backing it. Okay, so what I want, the piece I want, is going to go to here. Let me cut that off, and I'm hoping to get kind of a free form, in other words, not perfect edge, and that's going to be easy because I'm cutting it with scissors. Okay. And this, I don't know if I showed you the box, it comes like this. I actually thought it was several rolls of washi, and I opened it up and it's a solid roll of fabric tape, which one could have gotten from the, you know, actually reading the title. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna have to kind of center it. And if it's not perfect, that's fine, because I was going to say because it's repositionable, and it is. I tested that too yesterday. But I'm going to be stamping on it. I'm sure there's a YouTube video that would show me the best way to do this, but it's actually pretty okay. See, the idea is that those colors will show through. And that's actually the perfect length. I don't think I'd measured that. What I was going for was the array of colors there. So now I know. I wonder if I should know where the cut file's going before I stamp. Let's just go crazy, right? I'm gonna use this stamp. This is from an Amy Tangerine Brave and Bold stamp set that I got in a Mind the Scrap kit. It has that pretty flower. It has these kind of dots that you can kind of spread around, so I'm going to use that for some of the bold splatters. And it's got this crosshatch pattern that looks a lot like the texture that's in the original. So let's, I almost hate to do this, but I'm going to go ahead and commit. Kind of get it down there. And it's going to be more evident in some places than in others. It's going to be offset here and there. And I'm going to overlay it with the stamped, some other stamped images. So let's see what I'm going to do. The flower next, up kind of here and here and here, and that will kind of, I'm going to maybe go off the tape a little there and off a little there. Oops, I did that in exactly the same place, which I don't want. There. That kind of changes it a little bit. And maybe I'll do this one down this way. Okay, Now, I'm going to add some of the other texture, but with smaller stamp block. So I can be a little more precise. There, and there, and there, and some down here, and here, I love this stamp, and I want to see it kind of trailing down here, and then I may do something else with the little bit. And I know my stamping videos always take forever because I like that. And I'll kind of, now the photo's gonna go kind of right there. And so I want some under the photo. And I'm doing some partly okay. I'm gonna do some right here. And I'll do one right there. I'm gonna leave that for now. I keep wanting to put more because I really love that image. And I have another little crosshatch pattern that's a little bit different. And I thought I might do it in a few places. Where this one isn't. And it's going to look, I hope, a little like I'm kind of stitching across the areas there. Okay, and I think that's going to be my background. I can't wait to see what the cut file looks like on top of it. I'm going to push all these stamps over. And, whoops, everything fell. Sorry about that. And I have to clean that up because ink got on the floor. And I'm looking for my, I don't see my wet wipes, my baby wipes, but I do have a towel. And luckily the floor just kind of took it as if it was, okay, I like that. I do like that. And all I need to do is get a little bit of adhesive on here. I'm not going to do a lot because, to be honest, I don't mind if it stands up a bit. And I'm doing this down off the page, and I know you can't see it. but just kind of putting a few dots here and there. And I'm going to make sure I get it lined up. I do not want that standing up. That E, although why not? Okay, now I'll do the stars. I'll do the small one there, and I have glue. There's too much air in my glue bottle right now. I need to fill it. It performs a lot better when it's full. Okay. So now, let's put some foam on the back of the photo. The photo's gonna go here. And I suppose this could work. And then I have to glue. I cut a 3-inch photo, and this is 3 inches at the widest part, which is, and it's not perfectly round. But to be honest, I'm not really, the important thing isn't that you see every detail. Otherwise, I wouldn't have filtered it as much as I did. It's just, it's kind of a concept of looking out over Texas. And I want to be sure to get, it's not as important to me to get her ponytail as it is to get the skyline. Okay. Now, I'll just put that right there. And then we'll start adding fun stuff. I've got these 2 tickets, which I thought might be cool to use there, kind of tucked under the photo. I'm going to put a little, let me see if I have my stapler here, and if it has any staples in it, that would be nice. I like stapling tickets, and then I'll put some foam on the back. And do this. Let me put this in here. This is getting glue everywhere. I'm gonna maybe distress these a bit, ink them. Just because I have so much black. In the on the rest of the page, I kind of maybe want to go overboard with these. So I did. Now I have to let them dry before I put them on, or before I really handle them too much. Okay, now I'm going to start with, I'm going to do those tickets, but first I think I'm going to do a flower. Kind of there, and then these tickets over that. I might even put this up a little higher so that you can see the little one. These are from the punch out sheet that came with Spectrum Sherbet. I like that because it's kind of free form, but maybe I'll put it on this side because I don't want it overlapping the words there. And I have another floral that's like that I could maybe use. I don't know. I think that's plenty. And I've stamped flowers there, so maybe some individual flowers down the way, plus this. And I like this because it's lined up with the yellow. So that's my story, and I'm sticking with it. And I have to stop bending the bits there. I don't want the flower heads to be glued down. I want them to be free. Oh, I've got it too high. Now it is overlapping. Okay, I'll have that there. And I can use a flare here to kind of anchor those. And I don't want to put any foam under the flare because I really don't want them sticking up very high. There. And let me get this under here. And I'm going to go with, gosh, I wish I had pulled out a green butterfly. And you know, I think I have one somewhere. I know what I did. I pulled it from the rub-ons in the Mind the Scrap kit. And here it is. So, do I want the green one or the blue one? I'm going to go with the blue kind of right there. And I'm not going to need nearly as many of the circular elements as I pulled out, but I have them available if I do. I'm going to go there, and let me get one of these guys. I need something right there, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And a different type of butterfly would have been perfect. A real paper one, or cardstock, like
as of 4:07 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time yesterday,
like
Hertz Global
this.
Holdings is trading at $16.58 a share after hours on NASDAQ.
Alexa, stop. I don't know what she's trying to tell me. Some stock information. And I know that doesn't fit with continuing the color scheme, but it works for other reasons. So over here on the pink side, I'm going to do another pink butterfly in that. These are some round epoxy trims from that came in Spectrum Sherbet. And I'm going to put that orange one there. I'll do this blue one kind of right there. And I've got another blue one to put here. And here is a green one that I'll line up kind of right there. I've got another yellowish one for here. And I've got a pink that I'm actually going to put up there, and an orange kind of right here. And I'm going to do another small pink one right there. And I've got these kind of white ones. And I'm just going to leave that there, and then I'll trail down some other pinks. And I've got that. Let me do this one pink flare, maybe right there. And I think I might have, let's see, I don't have a pink flower, but I do have this white one. That I don't mind putting in there. And then I'll do a couple of these bits down, and I think I'm going to use, I'll go back and do this. I think I'm going to stop with these, and I'll use my pencil eraser. I need to get the right colors to dip it in. I'm going to step over here to my inks just real quick. I hadn't necessarily planned on doing this. I'm going to go with Kitsch Flamingo and a spiced marmalade and a salvaged patina. Just a little variety here. And I'm gonna doodle black circles around those. So those are the pink. I'll do the orange with the same eraser, but I will change when I go to the salvage patina. Okay, new pencil. This is a guest designer pencil, but I forget who I got it from. Okay, here and here, and I'm gonna add I think I'm gonna stop there. And that'll be all of those that I'm gonna do. Let me do my little circles here. And I'm not trying to be perfect with those either. And I might do one of their circles. Okay. I have some other circular elements that might be cute on there. I've got this green circle that I'm gonna kind of overlay on there. I have a yellow flower. It's gonna kind of compete with that flower. I'm gonna wipe that off, and I will go with an orange flower up on the orange part of the tape. There we go. I don't want to push it down too much. So I've got some phrase strips, and I thought I'd put them, normally I put them on some tape, foam tape, to raise them up, but I left that flat, so I really don't want other things to be puff up higher, because then it'll look okay, good times every now and then. And I've got this little camera that echoes the one in the original. And I've got some little black stars that I can spread about. Put this one over here, even though it's next to the orange circle and might look a little Halloweenish. I will have to say this is one of my favorite Scraplifts. I love everything Yvette Weber does, and this Scraplift is no exception, but it just kind of gives you license to do so many fun things. I'm going to kind of slide this under and let it be just a bit of the green color kind of sticking out from underneath it. That was the inside of this in the ephemera pack. Let's see, I'm going to do a little star right there. I'm going to use all of these because if I don't, they'll get lost and never used. Let's do one there. That's kind of where the glue went. Okay, I think we're done. I'm probably going to put a few sequins on. Let me do some glue to add sequins. I'm gonna get pink ones and copper ones out of the Call Me Crafty mix, and maybe some turquoise as well. And there, and there, and then I'll get this coppery looking one to go here. There. And did I do any other little spots of glue? I think that's good. I do see an area where I would like something, kind of make this a trio here. And then I'm going to put a few dots over here to get these turquoise ones in. It's not exactly the same teal color as that, but there's kind of a variety of tones, and it goes, it's adjacent on the color wheel so that it's nice and complementary, if not contrasting. And there's some yellow and orange sequins here, but I'm going to leave it at the pink and blue. I'm going to do one here to make that a trio. And that will be it. That's my last embellishment on here. So I thank you for watching. This was really fun to do. So if you'd like to give it a try, join the Facebook group. It's Scrap Squad. And there's a new Scraplift every week. And then 4 times a year, they have special events like 12 days of Christmas Scraplifts and 12 days of autumn Scraplifts coming up starting the 1st of November. So it's a fun place to hang out, and you'll find a group of people who are waiting anxiously and posting in there, waiting for the latest weekly sketch to come out. It's a great group, and the lifts that they pick are absolutely incredible, like this one by Yvette Weber for just knit cut files. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Sandy, for the cut file from Scrapping Reflections. And I'm sorry I didn't use it for one of the retreat photos, but I think you'll forgive me. So, bye.